I have every reason to believe that this is going to fall over. Because it's me! So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3. A little different lighting, a little different... It's a different lens altogether this time, which I'm actually happy that I found. Well, this one I think works a little bit better than how my normal ones would in a situation like this. I still have glasses glare, so maybe today we'll just slip these off for a little while. So today I kind of wanted to talk about aging, and yeah, it's not the sexiest thing to talk about, but at the start of the pandemic, I turned 30. And funny story about that, a few days before I turned 30, I got sent into quarantine. Literally, it was March 16th, and my birthday is on the 20th. And I had to quarantine for, at that time, 14 days. Because one, there was no tests for COVID, but they wanted to make sure, you didn't have it. And then after that, we got locked down, and I was not at work for about a good almost I was close to 4 months, but it is what it is in that situation. But that's not why I'm here to talk today. It's just more about turning 30 and now actually getting ready to turn 32. And, life has a way of telling you different things and teaching you how to experiment with different things too. So as you can see, lately I've kind of gone a little differently with my hair. If you've known me for a while, I normally used to keep close cut but it's just basically how have I learned not to worry about aging anymore. And by all means, honestly, it's just been easy. I don't lock myself in and say, oh no, I'm 30. It's the thing, we all get old. Our parents are older. And I think the less stress you bring into 30 is the better help. Like for me, I make no qualms about it, and I'm not afraid to admit I still live with my parents. The other two is really just good self-care. You gotta take care of yourself. And really in this way, I'm not talking about mentally, but more of a physical aspect. The more you worry about the stress and the way it causes your body to react in situations like that, the more you need things to kind of keep away from that. So what I do, I'll go to Target or Lush or somewhere. If I go to Target, I'm getting those little face masks. Ew, what the hell happened there? Ew. Sorry about that. But yeah, I go to Target or I go to Lush, and I'll get, if I go to Target, I'm getting a face mask. Those little $1 or $2 face masks. The other day I went and I got the under eye patches for bags and whatnot. Yeah, that helped, I guess. I don't know. I don't really see a difference, but no, I get those little things. And it's, everybody thinks, oh, it's not manly to do things like that. But you gotta take care of your skin. You want to look like rawhide in your 30s instead of your 50s and 60s. That's fine. I mean, that all depends on your job, too. Because I know for some people with your job, it's not always possible to take care of yourself completely. And, it happens. And also, I haven't done it as much recently now with the, spike in conditions and all of that. But I've been, taking care of myself exercise-wise too. I just applied for another gym, so I'll be taking care of that as well. So I'll be lifting weights and getting sweaty and all that type of stuff. And the good thing about that gym is it's open 24 hours a day. Not a lot of people go to it. One, because it's connected with like a weight loss clinic, but the weight loss clinic has helped. I will say that. I am working with Core Life. I don't know if it's nationally, but I know here in Maryland we do have it, and they are a great service. You know, they have a nutritionist. They have people that really do care about you, and I don't know. I'm happy that they are offering that to me, and I'll be using the gym as often as I want to. So. But really, getting old is just a mindset. I'm happy though. That I'm getting older because as I get older, I get to experience more, and that's the thing about life. You want to experience more things, more often than you do, and I mean, and it's not even really being a deep situation, but the older you get, the more you start seeing things happen again sometimes, and at least when you're older, you're able to adapt a little bit better than you were, say, if it happened in your teenage years or if it happened in your early 20s. There are different ways to cope that you learned from that last time. And, getting older is a part of life that I think we all should embrace. I know I'm nowhere near like 40, 50, 60 or, on up. But, the older you get, the more you realize, and especially if you're a parent, that you are in charge of another life. That if you see the mistakes that you made, you can fix them as quick as you possibly can, or at least help them fix it. And that's the great thing, though. My daughter, she's gonna be 5 in a few days, and I just think about when I was 5 years old. I barely remember much from when I was 5, but I know this is an exciting time in her life. It's a little bit scary for me or her mom, because it's like, hey, you're getting ready to grow up, and now we have to worry about with like school and just general life things. And I'm sure any parent that's going through that right now, they understand that too. So, but I look at it as a treat. I get to do things the way that I kind of want to do it. I'm at this point now in my 30s where as soon as I'm vaccinated and everything, so by all means, other than when it's a high count, I can travel whenever I want to, but I choose not to most times, because I'm trying to save, and at some point I would like to buy a car, a brand new car, or be able to move into my own apartment. But see, that's another thing that's out there that I don't think we fully completely get. And especially when you're looking at apartments, and then if you have a landlord or different things like that, sometimes those people aren't with your best interest in mind. And I think, I'm happy with the setup that I have going right now, and I'm not going to let somebody sit there and try to berate me over it, because I'm still living my life. I still get to do the things that I want to do. But sometimes it would be good to have your own, but I'm in no rush to have my own, especially when I know how this house here is set up as far as if anything were to happen. So I'll leave that at that. And it's also good too, because now a lot of the things that we liked when we were younger coming back, like all of the different drinks. Like, I'm still waiting for Fruitopia to come back. Coca-Cola, if you're listening, please bring back Fruitopia. Just, even if it's for a summer, just do that. I know it's really just, all it is just Minute Maid juice, but that was some of the best stuff on earth. Just even the snacks and different things. That's the cool part about it. Like, I wasn't old enough to really experience the original Crystal Pepsi, and as bad as people said that they were. And then when I finally, a couple years ago, got to try it, and that stuff was like 64 grams of sugar, and I was like, okay, this is a one and done. Same thing with that Dew Shine. If anybody remember Mountain Dew Shine, that wasn't it. Never in the history of ever has any of the different type of drinks that we've had been worth it. Like Pepsi Blue, I knew that was sweet as a kid, and I figured that because there was one time I think I said I was gonna like pour the soda into the little popsicle things, and I was gonna make some popsicles, but I never did. And now they only bring it back just to tease us, but it's fine. It is what it is. And Tamagotchis and things are back. Nokia's bringing back the brick of a cell phone that really only lets you do a few things. That'd be a great starter phone. Like I think I had a 3300 as my first well, it wasn't my first smartphone because that phone was far from smart. But for the time, it was actually pretty good because you had AOL Instant Messenger on there, along with the games. You could get like some form of internet, but even at that, it was just like basic stuff, just stuff that you would need, not how we can do anything we want, like with our iPhones and different things. So that's good. Clothing has made its way back. Like, hey, I bought a pair of overalls the other day, and I don't plan to be planting anything in those. I'm gonna be wearing those out, especially when I go to the racetrack this year. Yeah. Though I already know I'm gonna look like a fat ass farmer in it. I already know. But in conclusion, getting older is the best thing that can possibly happen to you because you get to experience more. Whereas, when you were a teenager and you kind of wished yourself to be older, and then when the real world kind of got to you, it was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, this really isn't worth it. But now's the time where it's like, I'm going to enjoy my life and I'm going to be who and what I wanted to be. And, as long as I have my health and as long as everyone around me is good, my 30s should be good. I had a turbulent end in my 20s, and I was happy to see it get out of here. But I don't fear the future anymore, and you shouldn't either. So, yeah. Notifications to check.